Harry's wife. Ripple of hope, racism, hypocrisy. We turn to reportage from the Mail Online by Charlie Langston, Dan Bates and Emma James, where the headline is Prince Harry wraps a protective arm around Harry's wife and reveals the enormous impact they have had sharing their life experiences before accepting Anti-Racism Award at NYC Gala. Prince Harry was seen wrapping a protective arm around Harry's wife as they sat for dinner at the Ripple of Hope Gala in New York City on Tuesday night. Clearly, looking at the pictures, it was the type of venue where they surely had chicken as a main course. Harry's wife could be seen taking hold of Harry's hand as he put his arm around her shoulder just before the pair took the stage to accept an Anti-Racism Award. Seated alongside Harry's wife on stage, Harry discussed the importance of storytelling. Well, you've got plenty of that because you've been fed Jackanory by your wife for years, so much so that you regurgitate it yourself. Only recently when you talked about, at the Better Up appearance, where you talked about upscaling or such like, that was straight from her mouth, the kind of nonsense that you've been indoctrinated to regurgitate yourself. He explained that sharing stories has an enormous impact. It certainly does, because the stories that you two pump out are invariably revisions of histories and lies. If you are in a position, he added, it was important to undertake if you are in a position of influence, leadership or otherwise. This, of course, is justification for them telling a load of bollocks to everybody, and also demonstrates delusion. Position of influence? Well, granted, they do influence some blancmange-minded sugar lumps around the world. Leadership? There's no leadership with these two. They couldn't lead if they were put at the front of an army. The couple was very animated as they spoke before the crowd, breaking up in laughter together at times and exchanging loving touches at others. That, of course, is the demonstration of control by her physically, and the laughter, it's all fabricated and staged on her part. The couple is attending the gala, for which tickets were being sold for up to $1 million each, to accept the Human Rights Award from the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Foundation, a prize previously won by Barack Obama, also a narcissist, and Hillary Clinton, also a narcissist. On stage, they were interviewed by Kerry My Skirt Too Short Kennedy, president of the foundation and daughter of its namesake, basically the cheapo version of the Kennedy clan. The purer version, the more upmarket version, of course, were involved with the Prince and Princess of Wales. Harry's wife appeared to take a leaf out of the Princess of Wales style book. More about that later. The 41-year-old Duchess was beaming from ear to ear, the consequence of the receipt of the fuel that she was receiving, the positive fuel from people's cheers, clapping, their applause, perhaps favourable comments, the fact that she was receiving attention from the press pack. All of that's fuel for her and made her feel powerful, and thus the response was that she smiled and was grinning from ear to ear as she made her way into the Ripple of Hope Gala in New York City, pulling her husband, the ginger poodle, along by the hand. Assertion of control. The article then explains more about what she's wearing, which I'll be dealing with elsewhere. The fact is that Harry's wife turning up at this event is claiming that she has stood up against racism within the British royal family. Yet, she has given no evidence of this. All we've had is the suggestion that somebody asked or wondered aloud, what might Archie's skin colour be? And as has been said, until people have turned blue in the face, such an observation, query or question is not born out of racism, it's born out of natural curiosity. I wonder if your child will have ginger hair like his dad. Is that gingerist? No, it's not. And nobody would kick up a stink. I wonder if he'll have early male pattern baldness like his uncle. And also, the friar tuck appearing hole that Harry has. Will you say that's hairist? No, nobody would. What colour eyes will the child have? Green or brown or grey or blue? Are you being colourist with regard to eyes by asking such a question? No. People naturally wonder, will the baby look like dad? Will it look like mum? Will it look like another member of the family? What if there are other relations? And such observations are common, and simply wondering here, involving a pasty-faced ginger bloke who has procreated, apparently, with a quarter-black lady, that naturally people will wonder, what will the skin colour be? Of course, Harry's wife, her narcissism perceives that as a threat to control, and therefore labels it as racist. You will often find that the racism card is thrown around, often by certain narcissists, as a means of nullifying threats to control, and then asserting control over other people. What other evidence has been offered of racist behaviour? Might it be King Charles, or Prince Charles as he then was, refusal to walk down the aisle? No, that took place, didn't it? Perhaps there was some racist refusal to allow her to go to Sandringham even. She wasn't married to Prince Harry. No, that took place, didn't it? I know the fact that she wasn't given any staff to help her integrate. Oh no, because she was given a staff of 14, wasn't she? The fact is, the only actual evidence, in inverted commas, that she has put forward with regard to a suggestion that racism has taken place is the query about Archie's skin colour. We, of course, have had more recently the race row involving Lady Hussey. However, as has been pointed out in parts passim, that was a put-up job by a race agitator. And any attempt by Harry's wife to utilise that material to say, look, more evidence that the British royal family and its structure is racist, is utter hogwash. The fact is, she can't point to any racism. Why? None existed. Indeed, there are many instances of the late Queen Elizabeth engaging in behaviour many years ago with people from different races, which was quite groundbreaking at the time. Prince Charles's work through the Prince's Trust and the organisations that he's been involved in there also demonstrate a willingness to embrace other races. The fact is, it's a lazy jibe to put forward. But Harry's wife demonstrates, of course, her usual hypocrisy in this regard, that she accuses an institution of structural racism, but offers no evidence whatsoever. And indeed, she is the one that is racist, because she uses that as a means to assert control and draw fuel over people by making false allegations against them. Moreover, if she was that bothered about racism, perhaps she might have said, do you know something? I'm not going to accept this award because I've realised that the MC of the event, well, his wife calls herself Hilaria when she's actually called Hillary, and she's tried to appropriate Spanish culture as her own when she's not Spanish in the slightest. I'm afraid that I take these matters of race very seriously, and I can't be involved with such charlatan behaviour. Naturally, of course, Harry's wife wouldn't make such a stand. Why? Her narcissism dictates it would not be appropriate for her to do so. Far better for her to accept the award and all the plaudits and go upon a stage and touch Harry's knee and giggle away like a schoolgirl and then utilise the grip of doom towards him than actually show any kind of moral fibre. She has none. Her moral compass doesn't exist. It was broken and jettisoned years ago. And the fact is that she will continue to play the race card because it's a convenient way for her narcissism to get to the prime aims. But ultimately, all it does is underline her hypocrisy. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.